What's up, guys? We're back again. Okay, so the back of the car is chopped off. Yeah, really chopped off. And what we're gonna move on to now is the front. I've had quite a bit of time to think about this, and I think I'm gonna stick with my plan on the front for now. Cut the center section out, cut the corner headlight pockets out because we don't need those. But I think I'm gonna leave the full frame rails on this. I hope. I'm gonna start with that. I'll leave you there and we'll get to the time lapse and cut the front off this car. All right, let's get to it. All right, guys, there we have it. The front end is off of the car. Cool. That went really well, very smooth, very quick. Again, left the frame rails to their factory length. I did cut the brackets off for the supports and stuff. I'm not using that. But I did leave those to factory length, and I'm probably going to cut those back off later on. I'm just not sure where I want to go with it yet. So that's all I'm going to do for now for the front end until I get more ideas and figure it out and kind of think about what I want to do. But yeah, now comes the point where I have to start making some decisions. Am I going to cut the roof of this car off and tube the whole front, and build a roll cage, tube that, and then tube the whole rear? Or do I want to do more of like a hybrid style where just do a little bit of something in the front, bash bar system, put the body back on the front, and then run like a tubular rear setup? I don't really know. Hey, go ahead and comment below and let me know what you want to see. Do you want to see like a Cletus McFarlane, Leroy kind of death cart deal? Or do you want to see me leave that on for now, tube the rear, get all that situated, tube the front, get all that situated, and and drive it like that? What do you guys want to see out of this thing? Do you want to see a track car? Do you want to see a drifting stunt car? That's what I build. That's what I like to do as a stunt driver and stuff. So yeah, no matter what, no matter if it's like a go-kart style, no matter if it's like a race car style or anything like that, I'm gonna try to drift it. I'm gonna take it out and play around with it. I mean, I learned how to drift in this car, believe it or not, back 20 years ago. More like 15 years ago. Somewhere in between there. But yeah, this is the car I learned how to drift in. No handbrake. Very weird. The front end pushes everywhere and stuff like that. That's kind of what took this car off the road, among other things, was the clutch burned out and it was just slipping the whole way. So, yeah, a fun little car though. But yeah, so I know I'll go back to stunt driving it. I know I'll go back to playing in it and seeing what I can do, especially since I'm putting weight up front. Finally, like getting as much weight up front as possible to kind of even it out. I think it's going to be really, really cool. I build something, I just go all in, build it one way, build it to max, all that stuff. And it kind of sucks sometimes. The wife is like, oh my God, why do you spend this money doing this stuff? But hey, it's all in good fun and it's all in good training for me as a stunt guy, a stunt driver in film and stuff. And now you guys get to see it, and it's cool. You know, it works out both ways. Very excited, very happy with the way this thing came out so far. And yeah, it's got so much buildability and so much potential, you know, just so much potential of what it could be and what it could do. So I'm looking forward to it. All right. Thanks, guys. See ya. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Another day in the Fiero build. Okay, so remember when I said I wasn't gonna be too crazy with this? Yeah, I vaguely remember saying that I was gonna be conservative with my cuts. I think I'm gonna be a little more conservative, which is not my normal. And yeah, apparently that all just went out the window. I mean, I kind of knew it would. That's my, that's how I am. I go full in, full on crazy, full build, but yeah, I wasn't going to do that to this one, but yeah, we're there. We're there. Oh my. Yeah, I know. I did it. I did it. I did what I thought what I was going to do, but yep, it happened. No more shot towers. Done. Yep, so I will have to figure out all the suspension and everything like that, which, you know, I think will be good in the long term of things, because if I do want to put this out on the track at all, and if I do want to put this out and slide it around, drift it around, stunt car it around, I'm going to need some adjustability. I'm going to need to be able to set the car up, do some things, especially since we're moving weight around so much. Anything everybody else has done is not going to work. I mean, it's just not. It is what it is. For now, it's time. Let's go for this, okay? Let's cut this whole top of this car off, right? Forget about watertight. Forget about pushing it back out. Nope, we're in the build. All of you are with me. We're just gonna go for it, and we're gonna do it right now. So, cut the whole top of the car off. I've already cut one support, okay? That's going to support from this side all the way to this side. That way, when I cut the roof off, the whole car doesn't go and like fold in on the top together and throw all the alignments and all the everything off. Okay, so cutting that off, putting in that support to keep it from collapsing on itself, and then I may even square it. I may even do one straight across there, one straight across there to keep the sides from coming in, and then maybe even exit out with another one. We'll see how much it moves and how much I need to do and how much I feel it needs to do, because I still have the full firewall in the back to keep it from collapsing, so I think that's fine. And the front will still have the whole sill panel, which this is pretty darn, that's pretty strong. I don't really see that collapsing together too much, especially since I have most of the weight off of the car. And even here in the back, because I have no wheels, so I'm supporting it with a couple of down pieces, right? So that actually is tack welded to the cradle, to the floor, just to keep anything from moving. And yeah, then we're gonna start chopping and cutting this thing off. I'm not gonna go all the way crazy, everything all at once. I've said that before, haven't I? Well, let's just see when we get into it. I may go all the way, I may not. It just depends on how I feel. You know, there's certain things that if I cut everything off, then I'm like, how do I know where to put things, right? I have that kind of figured out. So if you look at the door window here, I'm gonna actually leave the doors on for now, leave the window on for now. That's why that bar is up there where I can shut the door. But if you look at the window gap, right? It's nice and even all the way around this drip rail, okay? It's 1 inch. So it's 1 inch from corner of glass to basically where the chassis starts. And that's basically where I want to put my tube, okay? My round tube. So, and that's how I will do it to where I can still fit the body, still fit this, still fit that, you know, stuff like that. So basically this thick section right here will become the 1.5 inch roll cage. So here will be the hoop all the way across, and that will pick up this mount for the body, and the mount across there, right? So that'll be that bar. Then I'll come off of that and I'll come down here and it'll bend down and be the pillar, okay? It'll go to about here. So I'm only gonna cut this to about here and I'm gonna leave the square because that's pretty structural and strong too. That's kind of nice to have that in there. It's double walled. So I'll leave that in there. I'll connect that to that, weld it together, and it'll turn down and then of course go straight down to the chassis like a roll cage does. And that's how I'm thinking about tying it together. And then of course, bar across here, thinking about doing from the center X bar so I can grab this bolt hole here and then the same thing over there and grab that bolt hole, or I'll figure that out later. That's not the biggest problem, but basically I need this mount right there, which will come off of the cage with a bracket. I need this mount here, which will do the same. Okay. I need those two mounts, which will be the hoop. And then the rest of it kind of comes and bolts down here, and this doesn't really matter. That's what we're doing. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm terrified, but that's what's going to happen, you know? Again, this is a chassis that was just kind of sitting around for years. I didn't know what to do with. So if I mess it up, which, come on, if I mess it up, I can always fix it on Fabricator. I just put more metal here, put more metal there, do some more cutting. But you know, it's one of those things that it's not going to be a crazy loss if I do something stupid. But that's not going to happen. We're not going to do that. And then back up front again. Yep, I'm already laying out more cuts. So I just think more needs to come off the front as well. Again, if we're tube chassis in this, then we want the tube. We want more tube. We want more round tube. We want less body, less factory, squared, weird body, folded over, spot welded panels, and we want more tube. So, yep, that's where we're at. I'm going to get to it. I'm going to let you guys follow along, and we'll see how far I go when I come back, okay? So, here goes nothing. I did it. I have a convertible. I don't know. It'll be fine, right? It'll be fine. Nah, it'll be fine. All part of the plan. Where we are right now, pretty good. These bars worked. I like that. Those bars kept it. Doors open and shut. That worked great. That worked great. And I know this chassis is very rigid anyway, because I know when you do a lot of your like chop tops and when you do a lot of your kits and stuff like that, like you don't have that structure in there anyway, I don't think. So I've seen some guys with convertibles like this that didn't do any bracing, driving around doing funny stuff with them. So I just want to do that just to make sure, because that's what you're supposed to do on a unibody chassis when you cut the roof off. So we did that. I took a little bit more out of the front end. There you go. So it was here, you know, at an angle, and then I went ahead and cut it back to the next mount. So I left this mount here for now, and then of course it's got that mount. But I went ahead and did that because it needs, you know, the back end's gonna be all exposed, kind of Formula One, go-kart style, you know, wheel exposed. The front needs to be the same. And it's so wide, like the car is so wide out here. You know, I even trimmed that little section off there. And maybe I can French in a tube or butt a tube up too or something like that. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with that yet. But, you know, the car was so wide in the front, all the way out here, that I didn't want my tubes, you know, here and then in. So I need to get my tubes to come inward. I'm not matching up. Inward here and then frontwards. Kind of get that narrow race car chassis Formula One style look. And there's a whole reason for that. Not just for strength and stuff, but there's a whole other reason later on with the exoskeleton body idea or any of that stuff. So, but yeah, the windows will come out. But I'm using them, like I said, as mock-up to make sure that I get that tube correct. Then when that panel goes, when that's in there, I'll take the glass out, maybe even take the door completely off and not use them. But again, I want to gut the doors, NASCAR bar the cage into the doors and stuff like that. But I'll probably run it most of the time with the door off and just the cage. But if I want to put the body back on, I need to be able to put the door back on and the glass and everything. So I like it so far. I think it's working. You know, it was kind of my idea to begin with, but I was being very conservative. And then I thought, nah, let's just do it. That'll do it for the day. Thanks for watching. Yeah, guys, hey, please subscribe. Please like, comment below, you know, tell me what you think, this and that, just because I'm trying to take this channel somewhere really cool where you guys follow along. I do some really cool builds, but later on, when all this COVID-19 stuff, you know, is over, we're going to be getting these cars and some other cars and stuff that I have. We're going to be getting these out to tracks. We're going to be getting them out to lots and compounds and doing some driving, doing some drifting, and really doing some really cool, fun stuff that you're not going to want to miss. So help me out. Do that for me. And yeah, guys, I will see you next time. Once again, everybody be safe, and thank you for watching.